The sun is shining and we're having a look at my beautiful Physalis Peruviana that is actually living inside. I've been growing these for a few years now. I so adore them. They are such wonderful berries. They taste really tropical. They've got a bit of pineapple in there. They're in the tomato family, but they don't taste anything of tomatoes. They've got sort of a pineapple-y flavor with a bit of citrus in there, a bit of tang. They're just really, really delicious, difficult to describe fruits, but really lovely berries. And I grew them outside, completely outside for 2 years. They survived the first winter just fine. It was a typically mild winter. And then last winter came, it was really cold, and we got temperatures down to -8 degrees. And I went outside and they were all dead, the plants. But before that happened, I had taken some cuttings, and I'll show you how they're doing now, because those cuttings overwintered in an unheated greenhouse where the temperature did drop down to just like 1 degree or something. It wasn't quite minus, and that meant that they did survive. So these ones they just can't take anything below 0 degrees Celsius. That's the thing. They're just a little bit cold sensitive. And so yeah, all the plants that were out there died, and I've had to grow them again from seed because the cuttings I had were quite small and they took a while to get going, and I wanted to have a few plants. I really love these, so I wanted to have as many as possible. And these fruits, these sort of berries, are actually available in stores, at least here in the UK. And so I had just bought a little pack of fruits and squeezed the seeds out and grew them, but they are very slow developers. So they just, also we had a really cold summer too, which didn't help. So they took quite a while to get started. And now, as you can see, they are flowering. You've got some flowers right there, there's pretty yellow flowers there. And then they sort of develop into these beautiful little paper lanterns. And then inside those lanterns you get the beautiful yellow berry. This one is ripe, so I'll pick it in a minute and we'll have a look at how it looks. They're like little lollipops, such delicious things. And I'll just take you outside now. Before I pick that one, I'll take you outside and show you the plants that we have going elsewhere, because this one is going to overwinter indoors just to keep it safe and be my sort of security blanket or insurance in case we get another cold winter where the ones outside just won't survive. Here's one of the little cuttings I took last year just before the big freeze. It's also got some berries coming. And it's going to be overwintering in the greenhouse just to keep it safe. We're out here in a little tiny courtyard I've got, where I've also planted some of these Physalis into a little box. They're sharing the space with a really lovely, very autumnal now, strawberry grape. I can show you the name tag here. It is called Fragola, the strawberry Fragola red. The grapes themselves smelled of super sweet strawberries and also tasted that way. They were fabulous. It was the first year I had them, so I only had a few, but hopefully next year I'll have even more. I've also got some tomatoes, some yellow tomatoes. They're starting to ripen now, growing here. Once they're finished fruiting, I will just rip them up and not let them take up any more space, but they were just easy just to pop in here too, to take advantage of the really nice sunny shaded spot. It's quite a good little courtyard because it's got walls on each side, and it gets lots of sun. It's quite a sun catcher. I also hang my laundry out here too, so brilliant. But yeah, here are the Physalis. Here you can see they're growing quite well, and they've got lots of fruits coming now. We're in the very last days of October, so I really hope that they'll start ripening soon. Look at all those flowers over there too. This plant, it's only its first year. This is the one that had to grow from seed, and it's already taller than me. So if it survives this winter, and I will throw some tarps over it or some blankets over it when we get frosts, if possible, and if it survives this winter, it will start fruiting early on, and we'll get so many fruits. This is what happened when I had mine that did survive the first year. It's just to get them going. Once you get them going, they just really, really fruit well. And I mean, right now they are trying to, but it's just so late in the year. If we had had a better summer, a more sunny summer, then it would have been a different story. We would have had more fruits, but you just can't dictate the weather or count on it either. But lots of beautiful things. And what I want to do now as well, I'll see how the weather goes, I'll see how these fruits develop, but if we get any indication of frosts coming, I'll be out here taking cuttings, because if we look really closely at the stems, you can see them better here. See if I can sort of focus on the stem itself. It's quite tricky because there's all kinds of things behind it. It's like this. See that? It's got little tiny hairs. I'm not sure if that's actually visible, but that's what tomato plants have as well. And so if you just cut them and you pop them into some soil, they'll root. All those little hairs become roots. So they are super easy to propagate. And I will get some more cuttings if needed, if we end up having really cold weather, which I do expect we will, so I'll probably end up having some cuttings soon. I'll just let them carry on for as long as possible and see if we can squeeze some ripe fruits out of these beautiful plants. I definitely recommend trying to grow these. And if you have a greenhouse or polytunnel or anything, so much the better. I think they'll do so much better in those kind of conditions. But they can be grown outside, as they have done here. Absolutely wonderful plants to grow. So tasty. I'll just take you in and show you the ripe fruit now. We'll pick it and have a little taste. So here we are with this beautiful ripe fruit. Let's just have a pick of it and see how it tastes. Look at that, it is so pretty. Opening it is so simple. Just peeling back that beautiful cape, also known as a cape gooseberry, perhaps because it has that cape around it. And then you got like a little sort of lollipop sweet. And they just taste so good. If you look at the inside, I just thought I'd show it to you. It is quite seedy, but the seeds are so tiny you barely notice them. And the fruits just taste so tropical, so delicious, that I really hope you'll try them. If you have tasted them from the supermarket before, in my opinion, the ones you grow yourself just taste 100 times better. They're nothing like the ones you buy in the supermarket. But that's just a personal opinion. I feel that way about most fruits anyhow. I just think when you grow them yourself, you get them at the peak ripeness, and just when they're extra sweet and so fresh and just so full of nutrients and just so delicious. So I do hope you'll be encouraged to try to grow them even here in cold UK. And I'll see you next time. Until then, bye for now.